Hey y'all, hit that like button as you guys come in. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you guys are listening to me from. Hit that like button, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in today. Today, I want to talk about a few things that have come up on social media. So, one is I'm going to talk about Charles Oakley. I'm going to play some clips for you guys. This is an update to the embarrassment of it all that Charles gave Angela. So, we are going to get into the damage control that I feel like Angela and Charles are doing because the streets were not happy with what Charles had to say about how he decided to get married. I also want to play some clips for you guys on Phaedra, and maybe or maybe not, I might put a little sneak peek of what is coming up in the reunion. My only thing is I don't know how Bravo be about these clips, honey, and I do not want to get struck off. Well, not struck off, copyrighted. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. And I'll just play it by ear. But yeah, hit that like button and let me share my screen. Okay, so shout out to the Bravo Shade Room because without y'all, sometimes it was like, where else would I get the content? So shout out to you, honey. Thank you for your help. Now, let's start with Phaedra.
What's that?
So first of all, this is fair use policy, and I'm giving my commentary. So I'm going to have to be pausing it in between because, of course, I'm not trying to get in trouble. Okay, so if you want to watch it, the whole thing directly, I encourage you to go over there and watch it. But yeah, thank you.
Is there a career you haven't tried?
You know what?
So some context, Phaedra was over on The View, and she is sharing with us her aspirations. Now, we all know that Phaedra she can keep a job, honey. She loves them jobs. So she is basically telling us what her next plan is in terms of one of the other things that she is looking to do.
Favorite thing is politics.
Oh.
And when I went to law school, I always thought I was going to be the insurance commissioner because Geico put me through undergrad and law school.
So interestingly enough, if you guys remember in the past, she has mentioned her interest in politics. So this is not anything new, just FYI, for those who may be curious. You may be thinking I'm not curious, but I'm just saying it for those who are. She has mentioned something about it, especially because I know that now Dr. Heavenly is running for office. So, of course, we also wanted to make it clear that, okay, it's not necessarily related. Well, at least as far as we think.
So I just knew I was like, I'm going to be the insurance commissioner. But obviously that didn't happen. But I love politics. That's why I love this show. And when you see stuff like the Big Beautiful Bill and Medicaid and all these things that affect the most vulnerable in our society.
Do you know what? I actually see her doing it. I actually do see her doing it. I do see her being a good politician. Now, I don't know if that is going to happen because all they have to do is pull up all the stuff about Candy, and maybe that is why she's trying to clean it up because of her plans to run for office. I don't know if she needs to hire a PR person if she doesn't have one already, so they can figure out what lie they're going to spin because the stuff about Candy is going to come up. So she needs to figure out exactly what she is going to do between now and then.
Being passed, I feel like I almost have a duty at some point to,
You're going to run at some point?
You're going to run.
Yeah.
Good. I think you'd be successful.
Yes.
I can see.
Exactly. I do think she can be successful at it, but she needs to clean up the whole Real Housewives of Atlanta image. And maybe that would explain why she was trying to go over there on Jason Lee's channel to try and clean it up for us. Whatever the case may be, I'm like, sis, please, I'm going to need you to get it together ASAP. Figure out whether or not you want to run for office and get a team behind you so that they can start cleaning up your image from now until when you finally do it. Because at the moment, it ain't looking good, sis.
See it now.
Yeah. I mean, if she can do what she did on Traders, I mean, you're going to be phenomenal.
What's next?
Exactly. I feel like people will definitely remember her from Traders, and she was amazing on Traders. Now, would you feel like she's an honest person to run? I personally would not say she's honest, but then again, a lot of these politicians are not. But is she educated? Does she have the wits about her? Is she smart enough to potentially do well if she runs for office? Absolutely, I think she can do it. But whether or not, I personally, if I had to vote for her, would I vote for her? No, personally, because I like people that I feel are honest. But that's not to say that she cannot succeed at it. And I wish her the best. You know, I hope it works out for her. It's just for me, if I'm going to be going, sorry about the notifications. Why do I always do this? Let me put this on focus mode. Sorry, guys. To be fair, I don't even know if you guys can hear it, but anyways, it's distracting me. So I've removed that and put it on focus mode. But yeah, I personally feel like, yeah, like I think she is able to do it. Whether or not will she be successful, who knows? Who knows? That's literally the best way to put it. Who knows? All right, let me keep playing the clip before we move on to the Angela Oakley and Charles Oakley of it all.
Is there a career you haven't tried?
You know what? My favorite thing is politics.
Oh, already heard
you
that.
are essentially
now, this is, you see, these are the kind of questions that will be coming up if you are choosing to run for office. So you best be prepared, okay? So now she's been asked about the whole Angela Marcus situation. So yeah, let's get into it.
accused of orchestrating a scheme to spread a rumor that Angela's husband Charles had cheated on her. Oh. But we've gotten a little more information since then, and there's some speculation that you were essentially framed. So,
yep. Now, word on the street allegedly is that there was a scheme that somebody set up, and it was not Phaedra. So, what do y'all think? Do you guys think Phaedra was part of it, or do you think she was framed? Let us know in the chat. I'm just really curious to know what you guys think. I just don't, I think Angela definitely was. I don't want to say she was, but I feel like there is some scheme that somebody on that show set up, but I don't believe it is Phaedra. I completely do not believe it's Phaedra, especially if she has plans and she's already communicating those plans to run for office. I definitely do not think she did that. I think her coming back on Real Housewives of Atlanta is probably her opportunity to try to redeem herself in the sight of the viewers and hopefully get them to be on her side.
What is the truth here?
I was definitely framed.
Oh.
Like,
she was like, I was definitely framed. Okay.
I mean, but
by one of the housewives?
Look at this. I don't want you all to miss this. Watch.
Yes.
She's like, hey, yes. Like, definitely framed by one of the housewives. She was like, Claire, she is like, I ain't about to let y'all take me down with this mess. This is this, that's this. Nope. I do not want no parts of it.
But it comes out all on Twitter, you know, it's everywhere. But you know, the thing about this platform is huge. And you can
absolutely. It is a huge platform. I do agree with her on that. It's a very huge platform. You want to be careful with these things, especially if you are out here framing people, getting involved in all that kind of shenanigans, because you don't know when these things will come back to bite you in the A. And the truth of the matter is, no matter what, if you frame someone, come together and frame someone, or it has to take. And the truth of the matter. Oops. Sorry, I think another device was playing in the background. The truth of the matter is, if you decide to come out here and be dealing with this sort of mess and be involved in that sort of mess, or framing somebody, knowing fully well it could get thrown in your face. If you do something with somebody else, just know there is a potential for it to come out in the future. So I don't know why anybody would decide to team up with somebody. I'm not teaming up with nobody if I'm trying to frame somebody. Hell to the nah. If I can't do it myself, I am not involved, because I can trust myself in the sense that, okay, I know I'm not a snitch. I ain't snitching. But then how do you know that of other people? You don't. So there is an opportunity, or there is a potential that somebody else is going to say something at some point in time. And the people that were involved allegedly in the scheme are speaking out.
Use it for good or bad. And I've had wonderful times, and not everyone is booked and busy as I am. So
okay. Not everyone is booked and busy as I am. All right, shade. A little bit of shade.
Yeah.
You know, I've got lots of jobs. So I'm working, and I'm usually trying to be pretty productive. But, you know, the people who need more attention definitely bring the antics.
Oh, I love
Ooh, the people who need more attention bring the antics. Okay. Now, that is a very classy way of reading the people. I will say she ate that, if I may say so myself. She did eat that. I do think that she looks great, actually. But the makeup looks really good. I'm not a fan of the hair, but it looks good on her. I love the outfit she's wearing. It looks really nice. I think the yellow and the blue works really well on her skin. So I like this for her, actually. All right, let's move on. Let me see, is there any
that shade. I love it.
Okay, I think that's it. Let's move on to the Charles and Angela Oakley of it all. So if you guys remember, Charles embarrassed Angela by basically saying that...
What were your reasons behind getting married?
Okay, watch.
That's gonna be the $1 billion question, because it wasn't even planned. We was in Vegas, we just did.
He said it wasn't even planned. We were just in Vegas and then we just did it. Okay.
Did it.
Wow.
I just, I don't know. I think I told somebody, I think somebody might put something in my drink that night, but
did you see her face? She is like, what in the world? What the heck am I listening to? I don't care if it's humor, it's jokes, it's ha ha ha. No, even she did not laugh to that. Because what is funny about that? There is nothing to laugh about. No, sorry, not sorry. What in the world?
I don't know. We went.
Can you see her face?
To the mall the next day, got a ring. I got to get a jacket. Just went to the service, got married.
Okay. So craziness. That is what came out of Charles Oakley's mouth about how he got married. He was basically insinuating that he was basically forced to get married. Okay. So now let's watch him try to clean it all up.
Charles, the world wants to know, what's the real story of how y'all got married?
The real story? I went to Vegas.
Oh.
Took Delta.
Oh, I'm hot. Oh.
And, had a great time.
Anyone else find this so cringy? Oh my goodness. Angela, this is cringe-worthy. This is cringe-worthy. He was the one that said what he said, okay? He said what he said. You do not need to be part of the conversation. You do not need to be the one trying to have the conversation. You don't need to be in this video. He said it. Let him clean it up. You coming to put the camera in front of him is given you're trying to manage him, which does not look good either, because it looks like you're trying to force an agenda, force us to understand where he's coming from when we don't understand. We're never going to understand where he's coming from. Sorry, we're not. And that's okay. We're not the ones that have to see him every night. We're not the ones that have to live with him. That is you. So if you're okay with it, that is cool. But to now come out to try to get him to clean it up in front of you and have you pan the camera to him is just giving damage control. It's giving excessive. I'm not entertained. If anything, I'm just like, please, what are we doing? Give it a rest.
I made a comment about the $1 billion question, and I thought I was drugged and just trying to be funny. It wasn't, some people took it, some people didn't. So
no, you're.
Here's the thing. It's never going to be funny making insinuations that you allegedly got drugged, right? Never, ever, ever going to be funny. Okay? Never. It's not funny. The people it happens to is not funny. It just ain't funny. But this whole thing is given damage control. It's given he embarrassed you. Now you want to clean it up. That's what it's given. That is what it is given.
Not funny. It's not funny.
No, but we got married. We had a good time in Vegas.
Oh yeah, we planned to go to Vegas. Yeah, we planned.
Okay, so now she's saying we plan to go to Vegas. So who's lying? Because he said it was not planned. He said he did not plan to go to Vegas. I can't even say Vegas anymore. It wasn't planned. He just pulled up, and then you guys were buying the stuff you needed the day before, on the day or whatever, and then went to get married. So it's given impromptu. So who's lying? Is Charles the liar? Charles does not come across as the one lying. Angela, I have to question your credibility because of the whole Marcus situation, allegedly. So now I have to question whether or not you're lying to us, because it's given somebody's lying.
To get married, actually. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Look at his facial expressions. Let's see if he says anything. He has a little smirk on his face.
Huh. You remember that?
Is it?
We went to Vegas after.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we went to Vegas. He did not say if you guys pick up, unless it's me. But he did not say, oh, we planned it. He just said we went to Vegas.
Oh, you remember that? What song did I walk down the aisle?
So now you asking him and questioning him like he's a child is just unnecessary. I'm like, sissy, no. You could have ignored it, said nothing, let him come out to say like, yo, I'm so sorry. The way that came out wasn't the way I intended it. That's what he should have done. That was his job. You did not have to come over here to try to clean it up for him. That was a job for him to do. That is a job for him to do. That is a job that he should have done and done a good job of it. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to type a little something just to like see if that would help. Yeah, so hey everyone. Hey. Charles embarrassed her. Absolutely agree. Definitely not funny. Agreed. Because I'm not laughing. I don't think anybody else in this chat is laughing. So, and it's not us that is missing something, honey. It's not funny.
Luther.
Oh, you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's sarcastic. It's not funny. I do not like this personally, but you lot let me know what you guys think of it. I felt very uncomfortable watching this dialogue between them. I just think like, yeah, it's completely unnecessary. There's no need for that. He could have just come out to clean it up himself. There's no reason for her to come up and be in the video dealing with all of this.
Oh, I didn't know if you remembered all of this.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, do you remember asking me to get married?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember asking me to get married? Okay, let's see. Let's see if he does.
Huh?
He said, did I ask you? Oh my gosh. He said, did I ask you? This is crazy work.
You remember?
Yes.
And then he says, and then she says, you remember? He's like, yes. He's definitely given damage control, and the damage is not even being controlled, honey. It is still not giving what it needs to give.
You do. I don't know if someone who was drunk will remember that.
Okay, so you're doing too much, Angela, and now it feels very performative. It feels like you're trying to perform for us. We don't like that. We like people who it feels natural, and initially it was feeling natural. Now it feels very performative, and you don't have to please us. Please yourself. As long as you're happy, it's your marriage. We do not care. A lot of people can say stuff. That is perspective. That is our opinions. Oops, my phone dropped. That is our opinions on your relationship, on how he treats you. You did not need to come out to clear anything up. You know how he treats you in the house. He knows how he treats you in the house. You both know what the truth is, right? We don't. We are looking outside, looking in, just giving our opinions. That is it. That is all. But when you then decide to come on this platform to then perform for us and then show us all of that, that is weird. That is unnecessary. Like, what was the reason? There was no need for all of that, you know? And so you then saying, oh, you know, if he was direct, is not going to remember all of that. I'm like, girl, let it go, right? It feels like he's being compelled to make this video. He feels like watching it looks like he's under duress, okay? Like, Charles, blink twice if you need help. That is what it's given right now. And I'm like, Angela, it's not a good look. Leave the man. If you don't like what the man says, tell him privately, don't be going on these shows. Don't be out here talking about our relationship. Just let it go. Don't go on relationship podcast. No, you could have just said it and been done with it. If he's going to be on relationship podcast, you guys have talking points. What do you guys want to talk about? What is this? Or go to the show with him. That way you can manage the things that come out of his mouth. Because you know that he says a lot of crazy-ish. You know, because you married him. So I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't be the first time he said some wild-ish like that, I'm sure. And you know who you married. You know that's the kind of time he's on. So there's no need for you to perform for us. We are just the audience. We do not care either way. It is what it is.
Drug.
Yeah.
You said we went going to get there. I said I was trying to be funny with
It wasn't funny.
Yeah, well,
it wasn't funny.
I'm not a comedian, so
you're not Red Fox, no.
Red Fox.
Eddie Murphy, no.
Okay.
None of that. Yeah. It's hard out here in these streets.
Yeah,
Okay, what do you mean by it's hard out here in these streets? Not saying it's not, but girl, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say, honey? It's not landing.
Married, so that's what, you know.
Yeah, 8 years.
Yeah.
You lock the door every night, right? Make sure everybody in the house, right?
Okay, so now she's trying to indirectly address the cheating rumors. You lock the door every night, right? Make sure everybody's in the house. Like, okay, so you're trying to say he comes home every night. Okay, ma'am, we don't care. We already know you will not leave him if he cheated. You're the same person that told Wendy Williams to stay with the man that had a baby on her. So, girl, we do not care. It's okay. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Stay with your man.
Yeah, try to always look at the door. Make sure it's locked. But
you're banned from podcasts.
I'm banned from Madison Square Garden, so
you're banned from answering any questions about
Vegas.
Vegas,
okay.
Yeah. But
banned.
You're banned, but you can tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
So he's banned, but he can still tell us what? Like, so now no more interviews from Charles probably at this point because Angela has him in a chokehold, honey. He is not going to get away. And he deserves it because what did you think was acceptable to be talking about your wife and talking about someone dragged you to get married? Like, please, piss off.
July 29th, banned. Our YouTube channel will be released. You're excited?
Yeah.
You're going to tell the whole truth about how we got married?
You can see everything.
You're going to tell the whole truth?
So now you're starting a YouTube channel and you're bringing him on. Okay, I hope it's not going to be a relationship channel because I do not want to see that. I say that because it's going to give trying to do damage control because the show has shown the kind of relationship you guys have for the most part, right? So whatever it is you're going to show us on YouTube is probably going to be edited down and it's not going to be anything close to what the real situation is. So I do not want a show like that. Now, if you're going to give us the real, but by giving us this video, you have shown us that you really, really care about people's opinions, and now you're trying to clean it up. So I'm not necessarily going to be keen on you guys starting your YouTube channel. I'm just saying. But will I watch? Probably, for content reasons. If there's anything interesting to talk about, maybe. Not actively, but maybe you guys can send me clips.
Send nothing but the truth.
You gonna let them know real men do cry?
I'm gonna let them know the truth.
Okay, so maybe he cried at the wedding. So that's why she's indirectly like saying, oh, real men do cry. Okay, girl. Okay, girl, if you like it, we love it. Okay.
And it wasn't no drugs.
Yes.
You do. I don't know if someone was drunk.
Okay, so that was it. Now let's see some comments, honey. Someone says, Angie, please stop with the damage control. It looks forces. I'm like this because, yeah, what in the world? Another person said, was he forced into this explanation? That is what it's given. Beginning to see why people think Angela set that whole drama up. She's really good at putting together a quick performance. That is what it's given. I hate to say it because I like me some Angela, but it's given performative. This right here is given performative. It's given there is no need. It did not need to happen. If he should have come out to clean it up himself. There's no need for you to be in the video, ma'am. I believe Phaedra when she said she didn't know he was married. Charles, I will embarrass you, Oakley. Okay. Someone said, I wish Peter was back on the show because him and Peter together would be insane. I can already see it. Absolutely. Someone said it looks like he was. Ooh, I'm not reading that out in the video. Fill in the gaps, honey. I want Angela to think about how much she finds herself. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I want Angela to think about how much she finds herself having to manage him and decide if he's worth the additional labor. Absolutely. And one advice to anybody dating. If you want to date somebody to marry somebody, please be careful. If this person is someone like Charles that you have to be cleaning things up after he says it. He says something, you have to clean it up. You have to say something else or try to make it seem like, oh, he didn't really mean it like that, guys. He's really funny. Please hit that like button, guys, by the way. Hit that like button. Thank you very much. The likes are not matching the amount of people in here. So hit that like button. Yes, please, and thank you. Okay, now back to what I'm saying. If you have to be telling somebody or telling your people, I'm so sorry, oh, he's so funny, but yeah, no, he doesn't mean it. What he means is this, girl, don't marry him. Don't marry somebody that you have to constantly manage. They are not your child. Don't marry somebody that has now become your child, that you have to then start managing their actions, apologizing for them, having to do damage control like Angela has to do with him. A problem. Okay. Somebody said, I love Angela, but you got to stop trying to correct everything because it just makes things worse. Yep. Agreed. It just makes things worse. I understand Charles's dry humor, but there are those. Okay, I'm going to unlike this one because I don't understand it. There are those who will not. You have to accept or you go and drive yourself insane within this. I agree with this lady for the most part, right? I feel like she's going to drive herself insane if she continues to constantly address every little thing. It's like, honey, let it go. This person said something about Charles. Okay, how do you feel about Charles? You know how you feel about Charles. So no problems, right? Like, that's how I feel. I'm just like, if you know how you feel, you don't need to explain it. You do not need to explain it. Nobody cares, right? Like, people will move on to something else. Let it go. Someone says she wants to control the narrative, but if she's comfortable with her husband, let it be that. He's not lovey-dovey type of guy and prefers to make his wife the joke. Oops. You stayed for 10 years, don't convince us. Absolutely. It's like, girl, you stayed long enough. There's no need for you to bring us into the group chat. It's fine. You like it. We love it. That is okay. Please and thank you, right? That's why I'm at with the BS. Like, leave us out of the group chat, please, and thank you. Someone said it's given a scheme that Angela set up to come to us with the BS. Absolutely. I'm going to read one last comment, and I agree with this. You can find the truth in a joke. That's the old saying. Absolutely. I've heard that saying before, and I feel like it is true. Especially like when people constantly make jokes about something. If you start to look at the pattern, you're like, the jokes are adding up. The jokes are adding up. This is genuinely how you feel about me. That is okay. That is it. That is fine. But at least now I know. So I feel like, yeah, he needs to do better if he's going to be coming out to say anything. Personally, I agree with that. However, Angela, you cannot control everything. This is social media. Things are going to happen. You do not have to be next to him when he's cleaning these ish up. Leave him to clean the mess that he started. Please and thank you. Okay. On that note, let's watch something else. Okay, so this is a sneak peek of the reunion. I'm guessing this is going to be part of the reunion part 1. So I'm gonna play it, but of course I have to be a little careful with the way I play it. So I'm gonna have to keep pressing pause. Okay.
Give a warm welcome to the best friend of RHOA has ever had.
Okay, so the best friend is Cynthia. Okay. All right, best friend of RHOA. Okay.
The one and only Cynthia Cheekbones, baby. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi.
Great to see you.
Hi, Andy. Nice to see you as well.
It was so wonderful having you as a part of the season. You brought the people.
To be honest, okay, yeah. Honestly, I was gonna play this whole thing for you guys, but actually, maybe since I started, let me finish it off.
Peace where needed, and you gave out all of the love. How did you enjoy your role this season?
I actually loved it. I was.
Cynthia is like, please bring me on as a friend next season. I loved it. Please and thank you. I do not mind being a friend of. That is what Cynthia is giving us. Cynthia is like, please bring me back. And I'm like, girl, fight for your check, honey. Fight for your check. So I am cool with that.
Able to relate to so many different things that they're going through.
But I do agree. I think Cynthia is a good friend of. I think she is a good friend of because she gets along pretty much well with every single buddy. And I feel like when she is with the OGs, you can see that like really fun energy between them. She's funny. And then when she's with the others, she's like almost like a breath of fresh air, trying to give balance to the show. So I do think like, yes, that definitely helps.
Because I've been through divorce on the show. Yeah. I've been married on the show. I've been through friendship breakups on the show. I was able to just be supportive.
Well, I mean, you were kind of the glue of this group.
Kind of the glue. I thought that was Shamia. Okay, I guess things have changed. So Shamia was the glue initially, but Shamia did not glue things together. Okay. So they decided to bring in Cynthia for the glue purposes. Is that it? Because if I'm not mistaken, Shamia was introduced as the glue, but maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, you lot set me straight. But last I checked, Shamia was meant to be the glue.
Absolutely. Yeah, you are. You're able to flow in between everybody.
How do you feel about Frickin' Frack revealing all about your hood?
Oh my gosh. That was a very entertaining, it was embarrassing a little bit, but it was very entertaining and typical of like OG Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I absolutely enjoyed it. Welcome, you guys. Hit that like button. We're talking about a reunion clip, sneak peek that has been shared. So yeah, we're playing it and I'm giving my commentary on it.
You have an inverted clip? Yeah.
Oh.
I have a hood.
Let's give a...
She's like, I have a hood. Girl, please. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm excited to see the reunion. I want to see what they have and whether or not they have something new for us. The good thing, though, it seems that Kelly is addressing the 100,000 lawsuit. Okay.
Kelly We have been awaiting the opening of the second location for Nana's Chicken and Waffles. Where are you in the process?
I had a little lawsuit thing going on.
Okay, so I like the fact that she smiled and said, I had a little lawsuit thing going on. It's like an attempt to like trivialize things. And I think it's good in the sense that like at least it takes attention away from the fact that you did have a lawsuit and it's pretty serious. And if you relax about it and if you're relaxed about it, then it's less crazy, in my opinion. So I would say like, yeah, I definitely think that her sharing that in a lighthearted manner is the way to go. But let's see.
On.
You owed $100,000 in unpaid rent, interest, and late charges.
Yeah.
What's the status of that?
They have received a good sum of money.
Cynthia's face just looks like, girl, we do not believe you. She is like, you are not living within your means, honey. Cynthia is probably like giving her a big girl auntie look like, girl, live within your means. What are you doing? That is the vibe it is absolutely given for me. I'm like, Cynthia's like, yeah, girl, live within your means. Please don't do this. That's what is given. Big auntie. Big auntie is like, live within your means.
Okay.
And we should be opening very, very soon.
What was the holdup in paying the funds?
Oh, I just had $200,000 in attorney's fees.
Okay.
I just had $200,000 in attorney's fees. Okay, girl, you had $200,000 in attorney fees. I hear you, girl. Like, these things happen. So, but I don't think they're going to address the other bit because I think that came out after the reunion. But, girl, you need to chill on the spending. You need to chill on the spending.
Okay. Okay. Lisa from Boston has an interesting point. You seem to have a lot of expenses, from extravagant gifts for Chloe, a bodyguard, cha-chas.
Exactly. I agree. I feel like that's the problem, right? Because you came like the money is long. You came on the show like the money is longity long, right? And then you have, all these dramatic expenses for your dog, right? And then now you can't pay $100,000. Now, $100,000 is a hefty sum of money, yes. But it's kind of like if you have come up like, yo, I am about it, I got some coins, and then you can't pay this amount. People are looking like, okay, so do you have the coins or you don't have the coins? Like, which is it? And I feel like people are in that which is it era because we're like, show us the money, honey. Especially when you're spending as much as you're spending on a dog, you're dyeing the dog's hair. Like, I feel like the dog looks better without the dye, but whatever. You're dyeing the dog's hair, you're doing all these things. It's like, girl, and can you really afford all the things that you're doing and the life that you're trying to portray? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because people like Phaedra and Portia don't even do all of that, and they could absolutely be doing that because they have earned the coins. They cannot actually afford that a little bit. But you ain't never heard anything about Phaedra not paying no bills. You ain't never heard that Portia not paying no bills. So it's like, girl, like, chill. Whatever it is you're spending money on, I would say maybe like prioritize things a little bit so you don't end up in more debts.
Grooming. Are these necessary expenses?
Good question, Andy. Are these necessary expenses? Dyeing the dog's hair, is that a necessary expense? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Expenses.
All of them are.
Yes. Painting the...
Phaedra definitely does not agree because Phaedra is looking like, girl, what you mean all of them are? Girl, please.
Dog paint?
Absolutely. I mean, I need to identify my dog. She's only been stolen. She lives the most.
There are other ways to identify your dog than dyeing the hair. You wanted to dye the hair, and you did. And that's okay, right? But own it. There's no need to say I need to be able to identify my dog, so I dyed it pink. Like, please.
Fabulous life ever.
She got a facial massage.
I mean,
yep. It's like, girl, that you don't think that's a lot? You don't think that's intense? A whole facial massage? You don't think that's a problem? You know, these are the questions I have, but you know, I guess who's asking the questions, who's listening?
I know, right?
Ellie, we have been.
Yeah, so I'm glad those questions are being asked. I feel like Andy seems to be on his bag this season or at the reunion. I hope that that stays. I heard that Andy did a great job. I heard that Portia owned the reunion and had the reunion like a vet, handled the reunion like a vet. I want to see that. Like, I would pay to watch that because that is a redemption for Peach Juice, considering she did not bring it this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I would be out here watching that. Now, on that note, I gotta go because I have a date, a date. Yeah, so I have a date, so I need to hurry, go get dressed. And yeah, but yeah, thank you guys for hanging with me. Don't forget to like, share, replay gang. Please make sure you hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think in the chat, in the live chat. Well, whenever you guys do watch it, it wouldn't be live. So in the comments, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this video. And I will see you guys later. Thank you. Bye.